Thank you for your very kind introduction. Your Excellency Ali Bongo, President of the Republic of Gabon, who is here with us. Ms. Rebecca Brooks, CEO of News International. Mr. Harding, Editor of the Times. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by thanking the Times for convening this important summit so we can collectively reassess how Africa is viewed and together explore the diverse business potential in Africa, including my own country, Rwanda. In fact, our hosts tonight should be commended for joining the debate on taking investment in Africa to the next level. It is a pleasure to be part of this engaging discussion. I'm convinced that Africa presents the next frontier for business and offers a prize market that every investor should seriously consider. Unfortunately, seizing this opportunity is hindered by many times how Africa is perceived more so than the reality on the ground. Despite sustained progress over the past decade also, Africa is still, for the most part, perceived and judged not so accurately and sometimes even unfair. It is regularly portrayed as a homogeneous place where conflict, disease, and poverty prevail, rather than a continent of 53 diverse countries, home to over 1 billion people with almost as many different stories and experiences. Certainly, like all other regions, there has been and remain cases of conflict and instability. However, this should not be cause to paint the entire continent with the same brush. I do not imagine a scenario where, well, for example, Europe would be categorized today as a crisis place because of the recent problems of debt and financial crisis that we have witnessed, just because of the circumstances in a few countries. Similarly, operating in most parts of Africa is often claimed to be highly risky, even when sufficient time and effort have not been spent on proper analysis of the circumstances affecting each country. There quite simply is not one region in today's political and economic landscape that is entirely risk-free. Although the prevailing evidence on Africa warrants a different assessment, external commentators seem unable or unwilling to embrace a more positive image of the continent. And despite concerted efforts by various countries, including Rwanda, to reform politically and economically, they are all still viewed as requiring the old approach of charity and not so much investment. It is regrettable, therefore, that in a region where an investor can receive higher returns than anywhere else, only 3% of global foreign direct investment flows to Africa. I say regrettably because both sides lose out. The investor on potentially lucrative business and our continent as well, because it is through increased investment that Africa shall realize its full development potential. My contention this evening is this. Not only is the reality on the ground in Africa different to what is portrayed, but the conditions for investments are ripe. Africa has shown remarkable resilience, recovering quickly from the global economic downturn, and according to projections by the African Development Bank, is expected to grow by an average of more than 5% in 2011. Rwanda's economy alone is projected to grow annually by over 7% in the next 3 years. In fact, last year we grew by 7.4%, not 6. African countries have increasingly adopted responsible fiscal and monetary policies that are investor-friendly and have contributed to the rising economic performance. Exchange rates are relatively stable, inflation is low, and debt management has greatly improved. Similarly, much of the continent is more stable than it has ever been, giving our different countries the opportunity to grow our economies and respond more readily to our citizens' needs. In Rwanda, we have endeavored to create and sustain political stability. We restored peace and security, promoted reconciliation, and empowered people to actively participate in their own development. On the business front, our efforts to eliminate corruption, ensure transparency and accountability in the management of public resources has created friendly environment for investors. For example, it now takes just 1 day to start a business because legal procedures and other documentation have been streamlined. We have also strengthened the governance and legal framework to protect businesses and ordinary citizens, and our commercial courts function to ensure that disputes are fairly adjudicated within 3 months.